Hey, howdy, hello, my dear old void buddy pal. How you doing, Mr. Void? Been a while, hasn't it? Back with a grainy-ass cam and a little bit of shouting to do, just a wee bit. You see, the boys over at Let's Ruin Your Favourite Childhood Books decided to ruin my favourite childhood books. I mean, oh fuck. I've never been a fan of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, but like, they appeal to people. People like them. Congratulations, you've created a new form of stupid. That is where we're fucking out with Disney right now. Because, God, I've got some notes here, voidy buddy pal, because I need to get some coherent thoughts, and like, I spent like an hour yelling at my sibling Jamie after we watched it together, because I made them watch it with me because they don't like Artemis Fowl the books, and I was like, well, if there's anyone to watch it with. No, but you had a perfectly decent gnomish alphabet. They didn't need to create a new one, and yet you did. It doesn't look good.
I mean, I kept saying there is no focus in the scene.
You don't know what's going on, and where's going on, who's going on, how's going on, why is going on. I'll never get it right. You just don't like anyone's ever gonna say this.
You have to be able to keep track of the characters within the actual plot.
Or it doesn't work.
It's awful,
ugly,
generic mold.
As a movie, it is
left
feeling disjointed or acting.
No.
Really just
unsatisfying. And that's a shame,
and just
because
terrible.
the
Every
troll fight was
like,
one of the
as
most
a movie,
satisfying
it was
parts of the book.
even the parts they
acting,
kept.
it was one of the most amazing parts.
The butler troll
fight. You didn't have this
for example, and just terrible everything.
lengthy
The camera
description,
flashing around so quickly.
It was so unfocused.
You could
Even the
tell
fight they kept,
where it flashes round from character to character.
the butler troll.
Quick. You know what I mean? For example, you know what I mean, boys, right?
This sort of
You get
the
this,
camera
you don't
flashing
flash
around so
quickly.
quickly. It was so
shit.
I mean,
But
you can have a fight
scene where it flashes round from character to character. Quick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, boys, right? You get this, and you don't, because you're a void.
You felt like they only
Don't know
had
shit.
that troll
But
release.
it was
and
just.
I mean, I kept saying
throughout
it, there is no focus in the scene.
You don't know what's going on, where's going on, who's going on, how's going on, why is going
It was
on.
such a kick-ass plot, which is
Nothing.
again,
You just
it's
there
a
like
shame
it
because
was just like.
I mean,
You
I kept
just
saying
be able to
throughout it, there is no focus in the scene.
You don't know
Or
what's
it's
going on.
it
where's
doesn't
going on,
work.
who's going on,
And
how's going on, why is going
You
on.
left.
Nothing.
So
You just
many
there
problems
like
with the writing
in general.
You have to be able to keep
destroying
track of
the
the characters within a
fucking
fucking dialogue.
Or
because this
just
movie
doesn't work.
A lot of that's a shame.
You left
because the troll
Let's actually
fight
talk about some
was
good shit.
one of the most satisfying
You left
parts
feeling
of the book.
disjointed.
It would be easier
was
to
one of the
list
most
really
amazing
just
parts. You
I
read it
unsatisfied. You didn't
Because
have
that's
this
a shame
aggressive
because
every
the
troll
lengthy
fight
description
was
of the troll. I mean, you
one
have
of
the
the most
description. In
satisfying.
fact, you left feeling disjointed and really just unsatisfied. And that's a shame because the troll fight was one of the most satisfying parts of the book. It was one of the most amazing parts. You were reading, like, you didn't have this massive, lengthy description of a troll. You had a description of its tusks and everything, and you could fill out a lot of it. But it was this sort of magnificent thing. It was just Butler single-handedly taking on this troll, and you were like, yeah, it was awesome. And you felt like they only had that troll get released because they knew the troll fight was a major part of the book. It was such a kick-ass part, which is, again, it's a shame because could have just done it right, but no, a bit too much effort. Now, there's so many problems with the writing in general and with the characters. People will mention the characters until the day they fucking die with this movie, because this movie has a lot of character issues. In fact, let's actually talk about some good shit. Let's talk about some good shit right now. It would be easier to list characters I like, because there is a problem with everyone else. In fact, Foley. I love Foley. I love what they did with Foley. I mean, I don't love him galloping about like everywhere. I don't mind him galloping about, but like the floors look way too slippery for hooves. Like, Jamie pointed this out, but that's a bit of a nitpick in my opinion. But I love who they cast as Foley. I love his like hair and everything. He does look like Foley. I mean, he's not exactly who I envisioned, but I like him. I like him. I don't, some of the lines he was given were a bit shit, like when he says, "Sorry, I just love science." That was a bit clunky, but he kind of made it work, and you can tell he seemed like he was having a good time. Like, he was having a good time. He was actually having a good time. No one else in this fucking movie was having a good time. You point me at anyone else in this film who was having a good time, and, like, I would give you some money, but, like, I'm not going to give you any money because I don't want to. That's my only reason. I just don't want to, but I would, but I don't want to. I'll give you £2. That's £2 British pounds. It's less in America. Plot-wise, no. Just no. That's all I'm saying about that. But then again, with the writing letting down Foley, the writing lets everybody down. Mulch. Some of the worst writing happens with Mulch. You take a comic relief. Well, a comic relief in some ways, but like, he's useful. He's not just relief. Oh, I don't I don't envy him. I saw Crimson Rogue's video. He found some of the jokes funny. There was only one joke I genuinely liked, And that was when Mulch says, you're like David Bowie, but a fairy, so just David Bowie. Do you think the humans will ever figure out he was one of us? And I've got to tell you, I love that, because yeah, we all figured out that guy was not human. He couldn't have been. David. It wasn't even that funny. It was just, compared to everything else in the film, it was an absolute laugh. It was a belter compared to everything else. I also saw Crimson didn't like the fact they did include the scene. They did include the fact Mulch unhinges his jaw in the most horrific manner possible with terrible special effects, and it looks nightmare. It's nightmare fuel. Okay, it's actual nightmare fuel. I'm trying to get my sibling to send me a picture, but like, it's genuine nightmare fuel. Here's the thing. Yes, it's bad special effects, but I always imagined that particular act of unhinging your fucking jaw to chomp dirt as being, you know, nightmarish, as being like absolutely horrific. I don't care if the special effects to do it is bad. It's supposed to look no, it's supposed to look unspeakably, because that is how I always imagined it, and it haunted my waking moments despite never having a visual representation. But now I fucking do, and all of you have to watch it as well. It's great. I say all of it. But yeah, all of you out there, you petty little viewers, because that is how I always imagined it, and it haunted my waking moments despite never having a visual representation. But now I fucking do. But yeah, the actors, I didn't like any of them. But yeah, so the actors in general, I mean, Mulch, like I said, the actor for Mulch, I didn't like him. He couldn't pull off what was supposed to be the, like, fun lines of it, like, oh, like, this is where I come in and stuff. And obviously child acting, which, I mean, here's the thing. I wasn't a good actor when I was little. I'm probably still not a good actor now, and even though I want to be an actor, I will probably never be an actor, and I'll probably be dead in the foreseeable future, and whatever. You know, what do I know about anything? I know nothing. This kid has already achieved more than I ever will be just by being in a movie. He should honestly feel proud of himself. I kind of feel proud of him in a weird way, but it's not. But yeah, his performance isn't any good. It's actually really, really terrible. It's completely fucking shit. I mean, the best scene is the scene with the therapist, and that's because the dialogue is directly ripped out of the second book. Right? Guessing here. it's genuine. I mean, it's genuinely directly ripped out of the book. I recognised it immediately. But the delivery, he comes across, instead of coming across as slightly detached or a little bit like smug or cold, he comes across as completely like he's halfway between just reciting his lines and being this weird like psychopath. That's not Artemis Fowl. And there's other points where he just seems too naive and too childlike, and you don't believe that he's a genius at all. And you're like, no, I don't buy it. You're a kid playing grown up. And that's the thing, you really have to buy it with Artemis. And the kid doesn't sell it, and it's impossible to buy it. It's not even the actor who disappoints me the most. It's Judi Dench. It's Judi Dench I'm disappointed in the most. It really is. I hate her performance. I actually really fucking hate her performance, because someone had come to me a few years ago and said, hey, they're making an Artemis Fowl adaptation with Judi Dench playing Commander Rude. I would have been like, expected bad, I got no idea what went on. You should be the problem. Expected bad, what the fuck? You should not be the problem. Oh, I don't want to say what the fuck. Like, what? And the worst thing of all, the thing that made her like childhood study is also seeing this apparently. Not hit list. My childhood study is also seeing this apparently. Everyone else when she arrives, it's all this dramatic music. By the way, I kind of hate the music. It's I got no idea what went on, but it's a. That's another nitpick. It's not actually that big a deal. And the worst just thing of all, the thing that made her like top of my shit thing of all, when she that made her like it's like a top of my shit. She stands there. Not hit list. It's like a hit list. When she arrives, top of the morning, it's all this dramatic music. And by the way, I like when she arrives, it's all this dramatic music. And by the way, I actually kind of hate the music. I think it's weirdly. That's another nitpick. Yeah, like, it's not actually that big of a deal. It's a just give that's another nitpick. It's not a deal. Just give the movie. When she arrives, like what? And the worst thing of all, the thing that made her like top of my shit list, not hit list. It's like a hit list, but with an S at the front. Is the fact when she arrives, it's all this dramatic music. And by the way, I actually kind of hate the music. It's always feels weirdly intrusive. Like I think she said it goes top of the morning to you, and you're like, fuck. Oh. Ew. I can't describe what exactly is so. I can't describe what exactly is so. It just doesn't. Like, no. I need a shower, I need a bath, I need to cleanse my soul, my whole fucking being. I need to rinse my existence from this earth. Do I not? Cause why? Cause I'm that bitch. I actually love her. Okay? Like, she is this business CEO, technological extraordinaire. And her appearance is like she is designated to the shadows. Like, we don't hear her voice, see her face, nothing. But we just, all we get is that she's Opal Cowboy. Which doesn't mean shit unless you've read the books. In which case it just hurts. But then again, do you think it's better, Mr. Void, that she wasn't so heavily involved in this shit tip? Oh, and I'm not even discussing his motivations for kidnapping Holly, which completely tears apart the entire thing. Because he's like, at the end, he's like, I'm a criminal mastermind, and I'm like, fuck you. Oh, and also, they kind of hint, I mean, they don't massively, but they do. It's kind of making me feel sick. I'm ametophobic, but it's kind of making me feel sick thinking about it. I'm not sure if they do, so I would ask you to correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the Void. But I think they hint towards like Holly and Artemis's like feelings towards one another. They don't even like ever officially get in a relationship or anything. They just kind of have undefined feelings that are there. And here's the thing, I think they hint towards those. And he is 12. I don't like it. I mean, let's talk about something I like. Let's talk about something I like. What do I like? Okay, so a lot of people were pointing out this when like the trailer dropped, that Artemis Fowl was seen surfing or using a hoverboard. Shakara, he was seen out of his suit. I actually like that he surfs or that he uses a hoverboard. They don't do anything with it, which I don't like, but I like that they break the intellectual TM mold of not doing anything sporty and just sitting inside all day and refusing to ever do sports ever in their entire life because sports. Which, I mean, to be fair, like, most intellectuals I've met never do sports, so I do like that he kind of I do like that he kind of broke that mold and that they did that, but I see the point. Anyway, those are actually all the notes I have, unless I get Jamie in for a round 2. But yeah, that would very much have to be a round 2.